I've got a YouTube channel and I give everything away for free. So why on earth would anyone pay me $27 a month? If you've ever said that to yourself, I'm going to prove to you why that question is dead wrong. That's exactly why they will pay you. I've been making YouTube videos for over 4 years, and there is nothing in my paid memberships that isn't already on my YouTube channel. Nothing. Hundreds of people still pay me every single month, and the majority of them found me right here on YouTube. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can do the same exact thing. Before I do that, it's important to let you know that you've been told a lie, that if it's free on YouTube and you give too much away, nobody will ever pay you for it, that you're supposed to keep your best stuff locked away. And heck, I believed that garbage too. And that lie was the most expensive thing that I owned, and it's the most expensive thing that you own right now. If you're tired of relying on pennies from AdSense, affiliate links, and the occasional brand or sponsorship deal to get paid every single month, stick with me through this entire video. I've been selling stuff online for over 6 years, and once I figured this out, what I'm about to show you, my entire business changed. This is why every other business model has failed you. AdSense is literal pennies, half a cent to 2 cents per view, and you don't have any control over it. The algorithm decides what you make this month. You don't. And if you don't post videos, you make nothing. Affiliate links. You've spent years earning the trust of your audience. Then you hand that trust to Amazon for like a 3% cut. You're monetizing your audience for somebody else. Brand deals and sponsorships. Waiting around, chasing promotional stuff that you probably don't even care about. That's the thing that actually makes you feel like a sellout. And that is also never consistent. Building a course. We can all relate to this one. Months of work on something that nobody asked for, no guarantee that anyone buys. And when it's done, you're right back to square one and having to sell it again. The real problem underneath all of this is that you're literally renting your income from platforms and brands. You own none of it. Nothing recurs, and every month you are starting from zero. Okay, so how do we fix all that stuff and make money that isn't tied to us showing up and constantly posting videos? I made this shift to the community model a little over 3 years ago. About a year after that, I moved to the Skool platform, Skool. And I'm going to share my screen in a minute and show you why this model works so well, and a couple of different ways that you can take your audience from YouTube and move them to a community, free or paid. And yes, they will pay you to talk about the same stuff that you talk about on your YouTube channel, and I am absolute living proof of that. Here's why the Skool model works so well. Number one is you can start before you feel ready. You already have the audience, so you're not building from zero. You have solved the most difficult problem, which is getting attention. You know how to get attention. You just have to now direct the attention. You can get paid before it's perfect. I've done this multiple times. By the way, perfect does not exist. You get to talk to your audience every single day. They're already in your comments talking. Now when we move them to a Skool community, we get to talk to them even more and learn more about them and find out what their real challenges are, what their problems are, what they want. And that is the opportunity to create products, services, solutions, offers that they are ready to pay for. Because I'm telling you right now, there's an offer living in your YouTube comments right now, and your audience is waiting for you to sell them something. I love this one. You get to build an email list that you own. If you don't have an email list, a Skool community is a perfect way to start an email list without having to create like all these complex funnels. And I'll show you a very simple way to do that in just a minute. You get to validate ideas with real humans before you build anything. I love this. Remember what I talked about, making courses that nobody asked for because you thought they wanted it? In a Skool community, when you have a forum and when you have DMs and when you potentially do calls with people, they tell you exactly what they want. Or if you have an idea, you can run polls, you can run posts that ask people like, hey, would you want this? Is this something that you would be willing to pay for? I've done it. Every time I do it, I validate ideas. And when the idea is validated, I make money. And I'm going to show you that. This is going to be huge for so many of you. You get to convert your audience without feeling like you're salesy or you're becoming a pitch person, which is probably the number one thing I hear from my clients is they're afraid to ask for money because they don't want to sound a certain way. This model is recurring, meaning that it shows up every single month, whether you posted a video or not. Now, this is not permission for you to stop posting videos, but it's not relying on that. If I have a video that doesn't perform well, if I have a month where my views are down, I still have people paying me every single month. And that's a great feeling and takes the pressure off of me. And probably the best part is you can start this business model, a Skool community, for $9 per month if you use their hobby plan. Yes, I said it, $9 per month. It's $100 per year. And you really don't need anything else. You can make YouTube videos and drive traffic directly to your Skool community. You do not need complicated funnels. You do not need to learn all this tech. I execute on this model. It works really well. I rarely send people to websites anymore because the Skool community is really easy to manage. So they pay you potentially $27 a month or whatever you are going to charge for your membership, and it costs you $9 a month to open the doors. That is the whole business. So you would literally need one person to pay you $27 a month or $17 per month, again, whatever you're charging for your membership, to cover the cost of running the community. There's a really important mental shift that I want you to make. And I think with AI becoming so relevant in our lives, like people are really starting to feel this, and that is people don't buy information anymore. It's free everywhere. And your audience already knows everything you teach is free on your channel. And that's a block for a lot of people. But I want you to stick with me here and understand that that is where your superpowers are going to come in. They're not going to pay you for information. They're going to pay you for proximity to you, for support, for accountability, for connection with other people that are going through the same thing or that are interested in the same thing. A lot of the times, people just want to be with the person that they are watching on their computer or, in many cases, watching on their 55-inch flat screen televisions, because that is what's happening. People have literally told me, I wanted to be able to be near you so that I could ask you questions and I didn't want to have to sift through your entire YouTube channel. Remember what I said in the beginning of this video is people want to get the steps faster and in order, and they want the ability to ask me questions and be around other people who are going through the same thing. And if you think about this logically, the light bulb's going to go off right now. Your comment section is already a community. Go look at it and go read it. People are probably answering each other, making recommendations and having conversation. And nobody's really in charge of that. You can do that. You can be in charge of that, and you can move that entire comment section to a Skool community. Now, very important, and here's a myth I want to break here. When you do this, okay, when you open up a Skool community, somebody in your comments is going to call you a sellout. And here's what you need to know about that person, who you are going to give a lot of attention to, and it's going to make you feel a certain way and validate and be like, yep, that's exactly why I haven't done this. That person was never, ever going to buy anything from you anyway, and they're not the person that you're building this for. So you straight up ignore them. It will happen. You don't give them any energy. I think it's important to share this story, and I've said it a lot, and I actually interviewed this person on my YouTube channel. She's in one of my communities. She has over 70,000 subscribers on YouTube and an email list that is over 10,000 people. She launched a course to her email list and made $24,000 in 3 days. The number one piece of feedback that she got from her members who bought the course was, I don't care what it costs. I just want there to be support when I have questions. And As a result of that statement, she opened up a Skool community and put everyone who bought the course inside of the Skool community so that they could ask questions of her. And then you have people who are all interested in the same thing and helping and supporting each other. It's a beautiful thing, and it is more proof that all the stuff that is on your YouTube channel for free, people will pay for it, because she had all the steps in order. She admitted in the interview, you can go watch it, every single step that was in that course that people paid for was on my YouTube channel for free. They paid to be closer to her, to ask questions, to have the exact steps in order, and to be around other people who are interested in the same exact thing. Now, let me show you exactly how you can execute on this model. This is one of my communities. This is my free community. I'm also going to show you one of my paid groups, and then I'm going to show you exactly how you can set yours up. When I do a YouTube video and I'm talking about helping people with their business idea, I point them right here to pick your online business. And this is exactly what it looks like when somebody comes to this page. It is a landing page. I've got images, I've got text. And when somebody joins the group, they have to answer these 3 questions. So this is the list builder part. What is your email address? They give me their email address. That email address gets sent to my CRM, and I'm able to email them. I want to know how they found us. YouTube, Skool, ads, because I do run Facebook ads as well. And then this question right here, really important. This is part of a 3-post framework that I teach, is what do you want your online business to do for you? This is the what do you want in a certain amount of time question, right? You want to know what their end goal is. So they get inside the community and they go right here. And this is the community feed. So people are in here, I'm posting. A lot of the times I put my YouTube videos in here because this is a free community. In my paid communities, I really don't do that. And people are commenting. Some people are posting. They're going through the stuff. And then this is the chat section right here. And these are the notification sections right here. So when someone comes into the community, I DM them and I just basically ask them a question. I say something very, very simple, which is, hey, quick question. Do you already have an online business idea, or are you still figuring that out? And that starts the conversation. And this is the power of having a Skool community, is that you can interact with them much faster than your YouTube comments, and it's just a little bit more personal. That's really what I like about this. I started this community in November of 2025, and I am up to 1,186 members. Now, this really isn't a quote unquote community. This is more like a lead magnet. So this is where I send everybody to help them solve problem number 1 in the process that I teach for this particular group, which is I don't even know what business to start. So that's what I help them with. And then depending on where they are, I point them to some of my other groups. And I'll give you an example of what one of my other groups looks like. Now, this is not a recurring revenue model group, but I have discovered a gap for people who have YouTube channels and for people who have email lists that are not monetizing their audience. There's a lot of reasons behind that, but a lot of them just don't want to ask for money, or they don't know what to sell them. So I cover that in this community, and I do workshops, and it's join for $27 one time. So this is not a recurring model. Also, one of the things I love about Skool is there's a lot of different ways that you can charge people. And I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. The last community I'll show you is Mindset Skool, which is my largest community. I have 252 members in here. It's $49 per month. So this is the recurring revenue model. And this is where I help people with their Skool groups, whether they have one or they just started one and they're looking for their first paid member or their next paid member. And I have a free trial, which is really a good way to get people into your group with low friction. So they would basically start a free trial. They can pick one of the plans, and you could put up to 3 different plans in here, and I'll show you how to set that up momentarily. So these people who are paying me every single month, like this happens whether or not I post a YouTube video or not. And a lot of it starts right here in this group. So they can come to this group first, and then I usually direct them to the workshop community, or I'll direct them to the Mindset Skool community, just depending on where they're at. Now for you, if you have a healthy email list and your videos are getting lots of comments, then I would not recommend starting a free Skool community. I would start a paid community, and I would start emailing your members, letting them know about the community and send them to this page right here. This is your Skool about page. And in these communities, okay, there's many different ways to get paid. And I'm just going to show you what that looks like. So if I go into settings, I don't make any money with this group. This is a free community, but if I go to pricing, I can have a free community, which is exactly what this is. I can have a subscription model, which is a one price. I could charge monthly only, monthly and annual, or annual only. I could do freemium, which is you let people in for free and they get some stuff. And then anyone who buys premium, they get other stuff. They might get calls. They might get more stuff in the classroom. Again, more access to you or access to stuff that you have in a very, very specific order that they can follow straight away. And I'll show you my classroom in a minute. Then you have tiers, which is straight paid all the way. And you can do standard, premium, and you could also set VIP. And I showed you what that looks like in my other group, Mindset School. Then you have a one-time payment, which is what my one community is, the workshop community, which is you just charge them one time to get in. This is not the most popular model, but this is one that I use for my YouTube to Skool community. Let's go into the classroom and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, and we're going to do this as a member. And everyone comes in here into the classroom. I direct them through the Start Here course. And I have 4 very simple steps that I want them to go through. You can do text courses. You can do, this is a video, a Loom video with also text below it. And all I'm doing is giving them help with the thing that they came for, which is, I don't know what business to start. I got too many ideas, and I help them with that. And then I help them validate it. And then I move them to the next place, which is one of my other communities. A lot of people will just stay in here, but I'm also emailing everybody because 1,200 people who joined this group are now on my email list. You can charge for stuff in the classroom. One of the things that I have in this particular group, if somebody wants to get on a call with me, they can buy it right here for $147. Then they would get a call link and they would be able to book time with me. So if you're a coach and you're doing one-to-one stuff, like you can put calls in your groups. The possibilities here are endless. Now, I don't do calls in this particular group, but they also have a calendar feature where you can put a call in here and you don't even need Zoom. I can go in here and set a day and a time for it. I can use the Skool call function. I can use Zoom. I can use Google Meet. I could do it in person if I wanted to. I would upload a cover image and then I would add this call into the calendar. And you'll see right here, it's a weekly call and there's the link. So if I click this link, I would actually start the call. We have calls, we have community, we have the classroom, we have all the features and we can chat with them. Now I'm going to show you something about how you can use the validation method that I mentioned to validate ideas. I'm just going to go up here in the search bar, how to use a Skool community. This is one of the methods that I use, and it's basically just a vote. This is a validation post, and I did this back in January. I do this once a month, and it's a way for me to check to see how interested people are. And I created a wait list inside of my Skool community for an offer that I did, and it was a 90-day execution sprint. And 72 people said, yes, add me to the wait list. And then I just started having conversations. I tagged people and I really learned a lot about what they wanted. And I do a lot of these posts inside of the community. And this is really a tremendous way to avoid having to guess, right? Like people are telling me, yes, I want that thing. I'm interested in it. And if I get enough people to raise their hand, then I'm launching the thing. And then I'm going back to every single person and I'm telling them, hey, the thing that I said I was doing, it's ready, it's available, here's how you go get it. And you can either stick it in the classroom and charge something for it, or you can create another group and say, okay, it's over here in this community, here's the link, go sign up. I want to share a very important stat with you before we move to how to set up your community, which is for the folks who have landed inside of this group right here, the Pick Your Online Business, my free community, I have converted 7% of them into a low ticket community, either Mindset Skool at $49 per month or the one-time workshop at $27 per month. That is really high when you compare it to converting your email list, which if somebody gets a 10% conversion rate on email, like they're going to be really happy. The free to paid community model typically converts at somewhere between 2 and 5%. So I'm above that. I'm not happy with that. I want that number to be higher, but I am pointing people in the right direction. And it's really because of the model, which is they find me on YouTube where they're watching multiple videos and I earn that trust and they like me and they're like, okay, I've made a decision on this guy. I want to learn more. Then they go to one of my communities, whether it's the free one or whether they move to the paid community. Then I start having conversations with them. I learn about their situation. Sometimes they don't even know what their problem is. I have to uncover it. That takes a little bit of skill, that takes a little bit of patience, and then I'll usually get on a call with them depending on what the situation is. And that's really the entire model. I make YouTube videos about the stuff that I talk about in my groups. I drive them to the groups, build my email list, build the trust further inside the communities, and that's how I'm making recurring revenue every single month without me having to rely on AdSense or tens of thousands of views on each one of my videos. It really takes the pressure off when you know at the start of every month that you are going to make X amount of dollars. Okay, now we are going to show you how to start your own Skool community. I will leave a link in the description. This is an affiliate link, so I do earn a commission if you choose to use this link to sign up for your Skool community. But you're right here and you would just click create a community and you choose between hobby and pro. I mentioned the $9 per month plan. This is it. Unlimited members, unlimited courses, unlimited videos, unlimited live calls. They do charge higher transaction fees, but that's okay for right now. If you are getting people at $27 per month, I would upgrade to pro because you're going to pay a lower transaction fee. But like I said, you can start today with a 14-day free trial, $9 per month. And if you do the annual, it's $750 per month. So you get 2 months free. And just remember, it's $9 per month for you to run the community. That's not what you charge your members. If you have a healthy YouTube channel and your audience trusts you, likely I would start at higher than $9 per month. If you need help with that, you can check out Mindset Skool, the 7-day free trial. I'd get on a call with you and I can help you with the pricing. Now, when you open up your group, here is the mistake that most people make, which is I've got to have a bunch of stuff in here. And it's like, no, you do not have to have a bunch of stuff in here. You need to have a cover image right here. You need to have some text on your about page. You get 1,000 characters and tell what the group is about. When I open this community, I am not kidding. And when I opened up my paid group, we'll show you my paid group because it's better, Mindset Skool. When I opened this community, I literally had nothing in the classroom except for some lessons. So if you are starting a paid community, you're probably going to want a video, which will be no problem for you because you make YouTube videos. If you have any types of testimonials, you would put them here. I have a video testimonial as well, and then I have an image as well. This shows up on the discovery page, and then you have some text, right? What are they getting inside? And then you just drive traffic to this community. If you're paid, I like a 7-day free trial because it gets people to look around and try everything out before they commit to the monthly recurring. Then when we go inside the classroom, I'm just going to go to my Start Here course, which literally has been the same since I opened up the group. I've added a couple of things. I have a welcome post. I have how to use the community. I want to know where people came from, like how did they find me? I don't ask that question in the membership questions for a paid group. I just ask them in a poll. This helps me tremendously figure out where people come from. So if everyone's coming from YouTube, like where am I going to spend all of my time? YouTube. I'm not going to be screwing around with other platforms when everyone is coming here. And then I have all these comments, which is literal gold. And I'll talk to you about that in a second. I mentioned the 3-post framework about the 3 posts that you need to have in your community. This is one of them. Quick question. Where are you at with your business right now? And what's your biggest block? Like where are you at today? When you join my group, where are you at right now? I have 245 votes on this thing. And the majority of people who are looking at starting a business are in research phase. They don't know what to do, which is why that other community exists. Pick Your Online Business. That literally came from this poll. 142 people, the vast majority said, I don't even know what business to start. So I created a lead magnet. I created a community just based on that one thing. I have all these comments. You put these comments into AI, which I've done, and you ask it to analyze and look for common patterns and what are people saying. Like you could literally build an offer and a customer profile. I've had this for over a year. This is April of 2025. You don't even need to do it for that long. So So this is a critical post, and this has been since day one. I have a call post, so people get to do a call with me. This is something I've been doing since day one, and I still do it now. Like, calls are the sauce. I'm just going to tell you right now, if you do calls with your members, they're going to buy faster. They are going to trust you more. And then they're going to do stuff like this, which is talk about what they got from the call with you. Like, people get on calls with me and they literally go out and they make money. The other thing is this, like, what are you going to cover? So this is the gap post in the 3-post framework, which is, this is the thing that's blocking us the most, right? And in this particular group, when it comes to an online business, the thing that was blocking most people were these two: analysis paralysis and overthinking. And I have all this data. This is the thing you solve for. So if I can help people with these two things, I can get paid. I can make money. If I can remove this, then they can get to the dream, which is, I want to start my online business so that I can quit my job one day, or I can supplement my income, or whatever it is. And that's exactly how I would have you set up your community. Just bring them in, find out what they want, talk to them, ask them questions, learn about them, make the stuff that they said that they wanted, that they were challenged with, not what you think they need, what they actually said. People buy what they say they want, not what you think they need. Then you use the validation posts like, hey, you guys are all saying this stuff. What if I made this program or this course or this coach or this cohort or whatever it is this something that you would be interested in? And then you have them vote. And then you have them expand in the comments, and they literally build the entire thing out for you. Then you go make it. Then you go charge them money for it. Every single time that I have done that, I have made money. Not some of the time, every single time. And it is a lot easier to do that when you're using the words that they gave you versus, oh, I'm just going to make this course and I'm going to go try to sell it. That's really hard. And it usually doesn't work. Okay, we covered a lot here. In the AI era, content is everywhere and it's pretty much worthless at this point. Community is very scarce. People want connection with other humans now more than ever because of AI. And this is such great news for you because you spent years building trust with your audience that already shows up for you. Like, they're waiting for your next video. The door, right? The Skool community, the about page, that's the only thing that is missing. You got to give that to them. Your audience can't pay for something that is not for sale. Your job is not to convince anyone. It's to build the door, the Skool community, and tell them that it's there. I promise you that it can be that simple if you get out of your own way and just understand that your subscribers are waiting for you to make them an offer. And the offer is already living inside of your YouTube comments. And if you don't know what to say to your email list or your YouTube subscribers to announce your Skool community, I made a video about this. It's the next one. Watch it right here.